close to you, right? They're all back around the spire and they've got their one guy blocking. You should. That's when you need to make a play on the medic. Suicide 3 people. Get their Uber to come out over second and not over mid, because you're in a bad situation right now where you have to survive or your team's gonna lose the round. You wouldn't be in that situation if you had done something. No, don't go back into this. Okay. If you'd have made your attempt to get their Uber out then, as opposed to just letting them push on you, you may have been able to hold mid, or at least delayed them enough that you would have been able to get your Uber, and then you have the initiative.
Time has been added.
So your little conflict of roles there. You had some people at last and some people are forward holding. Yeah. So you can't do that. If you're gonna if anyone is going to be in that lobby, everybody needs to be in that lobby, or you're gonna die. See, and now short bus is gonna come up just in time for them to get their Uber. So it didn't punish you that badly, but it really could have if they had had more Uber. Yeah, as I said, stop wandering around so much. Don't spam your movement keys. You're doing a good job of checking behind you now, so that's good. But you're exposing yourself too much to main, and that way too much of your team is over here. So we'll probably see an off class from that guy. Oh, you've got 2 picks, 3 picks. You should go. You should go. Use your demo, so that's probably going to be the end of your pushing about. Unless your sniper hits all of his shots. You guys need to get down there and try to get... So, this is a situation where you're standing around when you guys shouldn't have been. Like, you're trying to play in between, and you need to be in or out in these sorts of situations. Had you guys not... Had you and your pocket there not stood on Valk and gone down from the bats, and had you been quicker about getting off of last, I know there were pipes in the way, but pipes don't det right away. You could have walked over them without them hitting you. And in that case, you would have gotten out much quicker. Maybe your demo doesn't die, and you and your pocket get down there and get their Uber out quickly. And then that way you can probably cap the spire with minimal losses and have a chance of holding it. Unfortunately, you die, which hands them Uber advantage. And you guys don't cap the spire. So, just something to change up. Alright, so they're in. You should be seeking to cycle. Yeah. So that's, that right there is part and parcel reason not to put so many people on the right side. If your demo was left, he wouldn't have gotten chased off by that scout, and you and your pocket could have effectively backed into spawn and gone out the left side. At which time you would have gotten Uber and saved the point. Unless they ran on it right away. Take fall damage, everybody does that, so it's nothing to feel too bad about. Apparently there's some miscommunication about what's supposed to be happening with you at mid there, and you don't. So I assume that was just a comms mistake on the part of your team as to what sort of mid was called. No, cap a point. Yeah, there you go. No. That's a wacky mid, but you get it.
Time has been added.
There we go. The demo shouldn't have jumped away. So, in the future, while you're respawning and you can see the respawn timer, you should just tell someone to wait. or tell someone to come back for you. It's much more effective. You got to be bossy as medic sometimes. Now, they do have Uber advantage, but you guys are doing the right thing and pushing up. Again, I don't like going breakage. Yeah. Had you been in trash then, you would have had a better chance to survive, right? So, behold the ways of Marxists. Now they've got Uber advantage, and your guys are afraid to push. You get a second pick, though. So this is a situation where you should have told someone to come back for you. Because at this point, you're just wasting time walking up. And you can never be 100% certain that there isn't someone that you've forgotten about waiting for you at spawn. You're not going to see it that often, but when it happens, it's such a huge blow to the team to lose you due to a spawn camp. And you never know. So it's better to always be escorted. Kind of taking your time here, not really building. I'd like to see you guys get some kind of an off class since they've run such a turtle last. Alright, you kill someone, so that's good. You kill 2 someones. So now you could spam from main and try to get that gun. Oh, they Uber out on you. That was unexpected. Ultimately, it's not... They're Uber even. Yeah. Ultimately, it's not going to turn out that well for them because they had so many turtle classes. Your team almost got it. You almost did the right thing. But when you got those 2 picks, you ought to have been going main and trying to spam out the gun.
Alert. The control point is being captured.
And once that's down, then you can just get into a push. I would have liked to see your soldiers rotate there if possible. People don't really talk about that anymore, but... Oh, and you get a back cap. But if one soldier's on Spire that's hurt, like, he should just fall down and call rotate, at which point your pocket would have jumped. So here's your demo, hiding in the back again. They come under your bridge. Wow. But again, see, you're trapped out of choke. You're just not doing as much as you should be able to. And you walk into a pipe. So yeah, work on that dodging a little bit. But you can't have your team hiding behind the train car and have it be a mid. That's... You guys win, so what I'm saying might seem silly, but at some point you will play teams that will absolutely destroy you if you stay behind that train car. Just food for thought. I would have liked to, again, see someone come back for you, especially because it's just after mid. You never know. Plus you're wasting all this time you could have been charging your Uber.
Alert. The control point is being captured.
Alright, so hopefully we'll see Walter come back as a off class since you know that they had advantage. Yeah, I don't like you standing here without somebody watching lower. Like, you're doing alright, checking your back. Ideally, what'll happen is somebody's gonna watch that full time. Because someone could just run up there and kill you. And there would be absolutely nothing you could do. And you choose now to build, which is kind of silly. And, see, like, you guys are playing this really oddly. I don't know why your heavy went in first. Yeah, this is bad. So, your team is playing Badlands last very oddly, and maybe you're just trying to do something different. But most teams will have their pocket demo med over on the left side, their roamer in the bottom right corner, and your scouts kind of run around and make sure everything's okay. Like they just run around, get buffs, blah blah blah. That's a much more efficient system, and it protects you entirely from snipers and spam damage, unless they want to walk out of main or upper, or stand completely behind the point. This is another. Oh, okay. The halftime goes. And because of computer trouble, TF2 is a great game, and Steam is an even better platform for it, as I'm sure you'll admit. The other team had to play 5v6 for a bit, which is understandable, given how long they made you wait. But I'm not going to review 5v6 play, because it's a little rough there. But now it's 6v6 again, so no rounds have actually gone down, and I'm partial to this demo, so I'll just go ahead and make it a multi-part thing. So now we're holding outside, you don't have Uber advantage, and you're not helping that fact by not building. Alright, so we do at least have a scout behind you this time, so that if somebody runs by the scout, well, so that whoever decides to try to kill you has to just run by a scout first. Still not really any urgency on your team's part. They do have a pyro, you can deal with that. Oh, you're gonna go for the European right push. Yeah. So, oh, their pyro, badly for them, their pyro decides to drop down on you, which is the opposite of what he should have done. Because they could have come out of that without ever having to have their Uber popped, and you're going to get the round. That is a garden of stickies there.
Alert. The control point is being contested.
Alright, so another mid. And I'm going to take it off of Mr. Owl Cam, and we're going to go to mid and see what we can see. So both demos go Balk, yours was slightly faster. Your scouts are over on the right, and your team is running around in the valley, not doing a whole lot. Yeah, so you put them in a situation where they could easily focus out players. That was Mr. Owl going down. On that sort of a mid, it's okay for your demo to play Balk, but he has to stay over there by himself, and you need to go through the clubhouse, and your soldiers need to just get up here. Because I saw Short Bus kind of chilling down there for a real long time, and you can't do that. Oh, I'm going the wrong way. Some demo reviewer I am. Now, that's probably, unless somebody makes a big time hero play, the end of this round. The other thing is, I'd hate Sniper on Badlands last. You get lucky and Short Bus hits a bunch of air shots and makes their Uber just look terrible. I also don't know why their pocket didn't just clear those stickies with some rockets. But, or why they're playing so passively. Alright, yeah, they get it. So, Sniper all the way up here, yeah, you gotta do it to get picks with Sniper, but he's not going to be able to get back in time, especially if he's on the right side. It's just super, super tough. Alright, so it's 3-3 for him to not die in the Uber. That's what I'm trying to say. Alright, what do we got going? Their demo goes choke, yours goes house. Your demo should have called that. Their demo is going to do literally nothing. I mean, you can do choke rollouts, but like you have to leave choke at some point. But he just never came, and their medic does get away. You should have pushed up a lot quicker than that, because now they've got spawns with which to contest you, should they please to. And you're gonna go ahead and go.
Time has been added.
So you need to run a suicide or do you're just gonna Uber straight in on them. Perhaps you thought their medic died, but yeah, this, as you can see, is a terrible situation. And you still manage to get kills, and then you get flanked. Wow, Blue Weekendy went pretty ham. So they should get this if they hurry up at all.
Our control point is being captured.
Their medic, their poor medic. Oh, it was a good surf. He would have been fine. Why'd you pop, Mr. Red Medic? Alright, so you know you got their Uber pop out. They're probably not going to get aggressive on you, even though they should. And, you know, that's this arrangement here that you've got. I'd like to see you guys playing a little more passively in response to your numbers and where they were. The point being that they could have pushed on you there, and you probably wouldn't have been able to respond very effectively. And now they're wrapping your flank, because obviously you lost someone on the flank, so that's not a bad choice. But they don't do anything with it. So now you're going to have Uber. They're doing just as bad a job of building as you guys do. So that's good. You lose your pocket though. And yeah, they're gonna come soon. Oh, heads up play from your roamer, but they get mid for free now. Well, not for free, but there's and you pop Uber. No. This is what we call it. Unless you got forced. If you got forced, you got forced. But you can't go in on that. That's what we in the business like to call a hero Uber. And hero Ubers are 99.8% of the time complete and utter failures. If you got popped back here, I wasn't really watching. If you got popped back there, you should have just continued to run away. Now, another important thing is if you're going to dive their medic, you need to make sure that the point isn't all that capped. Because if they were heads up, their players would already be on your last, and they would have capped Spire quicker, and you wouldn't have had your two people to deal with them. So now you've not got Uber, you're going to try building, you got 4 people over here on the right. Yeah, and you can effectively rotate, but they're not really pressing the issue. Yeah, your last defenses need a lot of work. I think I've more or less outlined how to change those. Because you're letting too many people get scattered about and pushed around by the Uber. It should just be your pocket there. That way you guys can pull out. Then they have to make the, you know, what do we do now kind of decision. Your demo's pressed way up. He knows their demo's in the valley. He's going to come through that door soon. Yeah, there you go. So I can't make heads or tails of what they're trying to do at mid. You're playing a little too passively. You're fine. Yep, there you go. This is a situation where one person caps. Yeah, should have been pushed up a bit more.
The control point is being captured.
Now I would like to see you and your demo and your pocket go to last right now. Because you'll have Uber, and you'll be in there right as their med and crap spawns, and you know nobody's got buffs yet, and you get killed. So, a little too slow. Maybe everybody thought that scout was a spy. So now they're going to have Uber advantage. What should have been round 1, you guys dilly-dallied a little bit. Short Bus wasn't able to recognize the scout threat. Blah, 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 blah. Some water under the bridge now. Get a little bit of soldier lag going in there. Yet. because of concerns of them trying to use their Uber advantage, but they're not forward holding on you, so you'll be okay. Alright, now, you're going to check the door. When you're building like that, I prefer to just go up the spire and onto bats. You don't have to worry about the door being trapped, and things are just easier, and you can finish. They give a pick right away, so you should go. They did your job for you. I appreciate what your scout was trying to do. That's not bad behavior. He just did it too early, because you weren't able to capitalize off the fact that they were all trapped there at last. There you go. They baited the point. You know, he baited the point well. He just did it too early, because your combo wasn't in position to capitalize off the fact that they had a bunch of players all standing together. Alright, so let's see what next mid we've got. I don't know where your demo is. He's dead though, so this mid's over. You need to run away. Yep. Good. No, don't stay. Just bail out. If that scout wants to try and fight people, yeah, see. Yeah. That's as soon as your demo dies, you just peace. Maybe your team will still win, whatever. That's not, you know, that's just something you have to do as medic. Your team's 90% of the time not going to win. Also, this soldier, walking right by that soldier leads me to believe that your comms aren't where they need to be necessarily, because you may end up getting spawn camped by somebody. I don't know where he went. They still haven't capped mid, so they massively overcommitted to you there. But that's, you know, it helped me prove my point. If your demo dies at mid, you can't stay at mid. You just have to turn around and run away. And you don't turn back around to needle or crossbow at all, unless you know someone's like already on your business. They pop right away, so that's great for you. You should just cycle to bats. You and all your people should come up here and shoot at the spire. Good, good, good. Short bus goes after. Now that's a little risky, because now you're pretty alone up here, and you don't have any supporting cast. So yeah, that's it there.
Alert. Our control point is being captured.
Oh no. And that's game. So that, I mean, my analysis for that last little bit of action that we saw, you didn't bail out fast enough, and then the next thing that happened, it was a wacky round, but the next thing that happened was short bus bombed when you only had 3 people, you included in that 3, around on bats, and you just can't do that. You've got to have 2 people to protect your medic when you're standing out on bats like that, and that wasn't something you were able to do. And then you got all disconnected. You didn't seem to know where your demo was. Like, you were bailing out, but he wasn't, and that's how you ended up dying, and ultimately losing that game in that case. So I'm going to put on a little demo, and we'll talk about some stuff.